It's autumn or fall for my American viewers. Campfires, marshmallows. We're gonna take Frank and make s'mores ice cream. So if you want to see how, let's get a move on and make it. What is a s'more? For those that don't know, I don't know why you wouldn't know if you live under a rock, but you know. A s'more is, s'mores are, a graham cracker biscuit, if you will, cookie, for those that are going to moan about me calling it a biscuit, with a toasted marshmallow with a layer of, or a slab of chocolate on top, and then another graham cracker cookie on top. So we've got three things. We've got graham cracker, marshmallow, chocolate. That is the atypical s'mores. What we're going to do is we're going to break that down and do it in ice cream form. So we're going to use the marshmallows in the ice cream base. We're then going to make a graham cracker crumb that we can put through it. And our chocolate, we're going to do a stracciatella. You can do chocolate sauce, you can do chocolate ice cream with marshmallow pieces and graham cracker crumb. You can do loads of different variations. You do graham cracker ice cream with a marshmallow swirl with like a chocolate sauce. Loads of different ways of doing this. But today, that's what we're gonna do. Marshmallow ice cream, graham cracker add-in, chocolate stracciatella. So let's get on and make it. So it's quite a complex make, but it's definitely, this thing's getting too tight around this area. Quite a complex make. There's a few things we need to do. This is the most important one. We need to toast our marshmallows. Baking sheet. We need 327 grams of these, there or thereabouts. 330, close enough. Get rid of these. We need to account for sugars in marshmallows. They're very high in sugar. So these are approximately 28 gram marshmallows, and of that is 17 grams of sugar. A marshmallow is 28 grams and it's got 17 grams of sugar per marshmallow. So easy way to do that is we do 17 divided by 28 gives us 0.60. It means it's 60% sugar content in that marshmallow. Okay, that's what you get. There are other ways of doing that. You can do 28 grams, divide it into 1%, which would be 0.28. Then you divide 17 by 0.28, gives you the same number, you know. But that's important because if you buy marshmallows that are ultra low in sugar, then the recipe won't work because there is not enough sugar in it to work correctly. So 60% sugar marshmallows. Per marshmallow, 28 grams, 17 grams of sugar. Please account for that. Don't put a comment in and say, oh, my ice cream went solid as a rock. I didn't change anything. And then I say, well, what did you change? Oh, I used those marshmallows. I got 0 sugar. Well, it's your own fault. There we go, marshmallows. We need to toast those. Get the oven on. We want it quite hot, so we're putting it up to 420F. And we're gonna put those in when it's ready. That's gonna give us time to get the rest of the ice cream base prepared. It's quite a big batch I'm doing here. It's 2 litre batch. So simply cut it in half if you wanna do 1 litre. 2 litres is enough to do 4 Ninja Creamy tubs, 2 Ninja Creamy tubs and a 1 litre churn. 1 litre churn. 2 Ninja Creamy Deluxe plus a bit extra on the side. You know, whatever. Do whatever size batch works for you. But this is a 2 litre batch because I want to eat a shit ton of s'mores ice cream. So, 562 grams of milk. 857 grams of 33% whipping cream. Big batch. Probably should have gone to the next pan size up, but you know, that's how I roll in this. I always use a pan that's just too bloody small. Into that, we're gonna put 110 grams of sugar. Not a lot of sugar, because the marshmallows have got the majority of it in. 110 grams. Into that, we are adding 38 grams of dextrose. If you don't have dextrose, you don't want to use dextrose, you can use like glucose syrup, corn syrup, 105 grams of skim milk powder. Important, skim milk powder increases milk solids without increasing fat content. That's it. That's our ice cream base. Our marshmallows are gonna be going into this base. There's no stabilizer in this. Not putting a stabilizer in this. Why? Because marshmallows have got gelatin in to create that form. Gelatin is a reasonable ice cream stabilizer. We're going to use all of the gelatin that's in those marshmallows, 327 grams worth, to stabilize our ice cream base. No need to add another one. So we're going to get this on a hob. We're going to get this warmed up. We don't need to super cook this. We just need to get everything homogenized. And we'll come back once the marshmallows have been in the oven and are ready to come out. Putting these in. Now to toast the marshmallows, we need fire. So I'm going to use my baker's torch. Use whatever. You can use a grill, or what do they call them in North America? A broiler. You can use fire. You can use rub two sticks together. We're going to burn them. We're going to burn these marshmallows. What we're doing is the oven is softening the marshmallows up. They're going to expand as the air expands inside the marshmallows due to being heated. They're going to super soften. We're going to take them out of the oven and deal with them like that. So I'll come back in a second. We got our blender out ready because this is how we're going to emulsify all of this mix. But whilst this is on, the oven's going, we're going to cook our graham cracker crumb. So for that we need some butter. We need 60 grams of butter. There we go. And we're just going to melt this in the microwave. There we go. Not going crazy. Boil it, burn it, whatever. Just melt it gently. We don't need that. We're not bringing our base up to 85, 185F because there's no stabilizer in there. We are just homogenizing that mix. So we're bringing it up to 50, 60 degrees centigrade to make sure that our sugar is dissolved. Our milk powder is dissolved and incorporated. So, easy way to see that without a thermometer is when the steam starts to come off the top, you know you're about there. So into our melted butter, we're going to add in 150 grams of our graham crumb. Take graham crackers, smash them up, buy it like this, whatever works for you. And just gently stir it together. It's going to be a really nice buttery mix. Don't make it dry. If you make it too dry, it just disintegrates. We need to cook this anyway. And we're cooking this because we're putting one more ingredient into here. You can put in honey, corn syrup, glucose, plain old invert sugar, whatever works for you. I'm using golden syrup. We're just going to put approximately 2 tablespoons. So, that's about 30 grams, 30 to 40 grams. 1, 2. You don't have to go mad. You can put less in if you want to. But we're putting that in. Not only will it bring this mix together, it creates this super kind of chewiness that you can't achieve any other way. What we're going to do is going to take our pan here and get that in here. There we go. We've patted that down. I'm going to lick this. You know me. Our marshmallows have got another 5 minutes in the oven. Keep an eye on them. Every oven's different. I've put mine on the middle shelf. Put them at the top and you've got a top heating element. You're going to burn the marshmallows really, really quickly. What we're looking for is for the marshmallows to expand, become super soft and toasted. So, let's have a look. They're ready to come out. This is real time. Marshmallows. Let me get my phone so you can see a nice... There we go, look, marshmallows, they've expanded, they've toasted. We haven't finished there yet. If you've got smoke alarm, be prepared. We're gonna burn these. Really, Get that toast. Don't be afraid of setting them on fire. That's what we want. Right, if that doesn't set the smoke alarm off, I don't know what will. Turn that back on. We're gonna put our graham cracker base in the oven. Doesn't need to be in there long, you know, kind of 10, 12 minutes. You're gonna see that butter and the invert sugar just start to bubble up. Don't let it go too mad, all right? So we've got our burnt marshmallows. We want that burn, we want that. That's just burnt sugar. That is what adds this s'mores flavor. That is what makes this as good as it really is. But now we have a problem. That problem is we have to get all of this into here. It may take 2 goes. We've got our base, which is about 50 degrees, something like that. We're going to take a ladle and get some in here. We don't want to put the marshmallows in the bottom, but I'm also going to make an absolute triumphant mess by trying to pour that in there. So now we need to get some of this in there. This is where the fun comes. You're going to need to take a couple of implements, and we are simply going to get that in there. If you are looking for a non-messy ice cream, this is not it. Now we can pour a little bit more base in. Doing this in 2 halves. Blend it for 30 seconds. Oh, that smell. Good colour. We also burn those marshmallows to get that colour in there. Now we can put the rest of our base in. Anyway, that is our marshmallow base done. Super hard work. It's not really hard work, it's just sticky work, yeah. The utensils have sorted themselves out in that warm base. The marshmallows come off. We are good to go. As we're cooling this base down, if you're making this in a traditional churn machine, you've got a bit of time to play. You've got the cooling time with this. You can make your graham cracker crumb then, no problems whatsoever. If you're using the creamy, your chances are you won't be making a 2 litre base like this anyway. You'll be making, you know, a half litre or a 1 litre base, in which case it will all fit in a blender all in one go. So you don't have to worry about doing multiple batches like me. Anyway, let's get this in the fridge, cooling down. Lot of bloody talk in this one. See you later. So after the base is completely chilled down, I'm going to take it out of the fridge and give it a nice good stir just to make sure everything's mixed up, and then pop it in your pre-chilled machine to churn. Now while we're doing that, we're going to take some chocolate. This is milk chocolate, Valrhona. Didn't have enough, so I topped it off with cacao berry milk chocolate, added in some coconut oil and melted it in the microwave until it was melted. Then I took our chopped graham cracker crumb, put it into small centimetre cubes. It's delicious. And then at the final stage of the churn, we're going to drop in our melted chocolate to form the stracciatella and load up our ice cream tubs with our ice cream, our graham cracker crumb, and then a layer of our chocolate on top of that. And then again, we're going to go in with some more ice cream, some more graham crumb, and finally top it off with some more chocolate and a couple more pieces of that delicious crumb and pop it in the freezer. S'mores ice cream for 2024. I try and do this flavour every year. And that is where we are. Man, that looks good. Let me get some dished up. S'mores is one of my favourite flavours of ice cream. It's just a delicious combination. Let's see how this one turned out. Delicious marshmallowy ice cream base. It's like pillowy, slight vanilla tinge to it. the underlying taste of that toasted marshmallow outer coming through. All of that's given the color to this base, which is a beautiful tinge of taupe, flecks of black throughout. Oh, it's delicious. The graham cracker pieces with that addition of the invert sugar, corn syrup, honey, whatever you want to use, gives it a super chewy, but not too chewy kind of texture. Breaks through that ice cream. Then the glorious chocolate flecks throughout, layered with that chocolate layer through the middle. This is a winner. I'm making some good ice creams this year. So this one is super delicious. You gotta try this one. Thanks very much to all my Patreon supporters. They're growing in numbers. You're amazing people, and I love you for supporting this channel. Without you, I couldn't do this. I'm gonna put a nice big list here of all of you, so huge thank you to those. Big thank you to my YouTube members too. You're also growing in numbers. We're gonna be at 12,000 subscribers soon, which is incredible. Who knew that 12,000 people wanted to watch me make ice cream? Anyway, less jibber jabber. There's been enough of that in this video. I will see you next week when we do something super unique in the Ninja Creamy.